girls head to toe designer. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. I can't hear the hate, got a lot of it. Take these bands to the bank, let them rot in it. So much ice on me, I wish I had two necks. I got homies that can sleep without two. I got homies that can sleep without Gucci and Chanel, I got a lot of it. Walk up in the spot like, hey, what poppin' in? Gon' pop it for me cause I'm rich and poppin' in. Yeah, drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. She gon' put it on me, that's a lot of it. 4 coops, 4 seasons, drop the top a bit. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot of. I got both my girls head to toe designer. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. West LA, that where you find me though. Cha-cha matcha with it, rockin' black clothes.
Thank you, Coach. We are about 15 miles west of downtown Phoenix at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Arizona Cardinals. Zane Gonzalez set and ready to get us started, and off we go now from State Farm Stadium. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Kick it and go. Kick it and go. With a stiff arm, spin move, in zone, let's go. Off the sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. With a stiff arm, spin move, in zone, let's go. Off the sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go.
Running it back, never a cap, out of the draft. Watching me ball, soon as I snap, hit of the pack, walk for the sack, shaking them all, breaking them all, talking my talk, walking my wall like I do. Sit on the throne, get in the zone, turn it on, maybe the shoes, maybe the team, maybe the camp, maybe the crew. You need a win, who need a win, that's all we do. I've been a king and I've been about mine, never could doubt mine. They running the route, I leave them outline when I hit them.
With a stiff arm, spin move, in zone, let's go. Off the sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun and State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Arizona Cardinals. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Dobbins, the ball carrier.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back out and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves. Not the desired outcome, but probably won't be the last time we see him take a shot downfield.
Incomplete. Brings up third down.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. From the gun, Murray. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
By the Packers.
Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
Here's Love. This will be caught just inside the 10. No gain there on the completion. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
On 1st down, Reese. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
The tackle made by...
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Packers' 39-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And into the end zone, it's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. shotgun now for Murray. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. That third down conversion good for 23.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
On the tackle.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah.
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the third time. Picked off near the 42. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
First and 10.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. And some space here. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
On the carry.
25 yards. And the Packers add on to their lead. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, and we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see, do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Play fake. Murray going deep for Hopkins. And that'll be incomplete. Murray took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
To throw on 3rd down. Murray. Packer pressure, and down he goes.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And taken right at the 35. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory.
The ball carrier.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The throw over the middle taken in, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Jordan Love ready on 1st down here. And he's got his man on the out route. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
And a Packer first down.
Play action this time with Love. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target, and he didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Now Jones. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And the ball situated at the 9. 2nd and goal. Love now. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10.
What you doing out there, boy?
And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Well, that's going to change the course of things. They had a good drive work and a chance to really open things up here in the first quarter. Instead, the defense, they got exactly what they needed.
Yeah, they certainly did, because making that type of a play gives them confidence moving forward and maybe makes them a little more reticent on the offensive side of the ball.
Because if the touchdown had gone the other way, this thing could have started to get ugly early. After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Love back to it here after the pick 6. They'll get this complete to the Notre Dame man, Equinemius St. Brown. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
22 yards.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a first down carry by Jones. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Working out of the gun. Love. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 28. They give them 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. They'll run on first down. It's Jones. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Love fires that quickly outside. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Touchdown, Green Bay.
From 4 yards out, and the Packers add 6 to their lead. Had the option there, read it perfectly, and an easy little touchdown toss.
And it has to be a sharp throw, too, because of where they are on the field. The extra traffic, things are condensed near the goal line. Good route by the receiver as well.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will make it into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and that will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Oh, a design run for their wideout. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. Minus 9 yards on the play, and now it's 3rd down.
Tackled back at the 28-yard line.
Throwing. Love. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Alexander. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But it doesn't matter what you call a position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
I'm scared. 56, the mic, boys. 56. Check 56. Let's go, let's go.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Love going to give this one to Jones. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Off the play fake, Love. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. After the turnover, here's Murray. Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
50-yard line.
56 the mark, boys, 56.
Here's Murray from midfield. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Rashawn Gary just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Mike, 56, right there.
Another try after the first down sack. Murray. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds a defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Dean Lowry able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it will be 4th down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Derek Wolfe there on the tackle.
At the 25-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
St. Gonzalez to kick off for Arizona.
Our starters likely to be out there for the 3rd quarter as we get back underway in this 2nd half. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
3-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They only got a yard out of that last completion. And that makes this 2nd and 9. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff, pretty vanilla defenses. You're looking for guys that play with abandon, that just go out and make plays, and kind of let their athletic ability take over in order for you to notice them.
The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. This is taken at the 23. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Murray. Then he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards.
56, the mark, boy, 56.
1st down, Murray. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Again, they'll throw with Murray. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a 2nd down here.
At the 35-yard line.
Murray to air it out again. And this one caught by Max Williams. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 21. 15 yards there on the play as they try to chip away at this 15-point deficit.
56, check 56. Get ready, get ready, get ready. Let's go.
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. That ball complete to Isabella. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here.
He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. DeAndre Hopkins there to make the grab. And the Cardinals cut into that lead. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The 3rd quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Jones. And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well, and that would appear to be a face mask. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Love from the gun. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
Andy, do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
56, the mark, boys. 56. Check 56. Here we go.
Murray now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Murray. And his throw here's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. But now it's 3rd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think at any moment I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. On 3rd down, Love. He'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
At their own 23-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times, the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. From the gun, Murray. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Intended for Andy Isabella.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Shotgun now from Murray. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it?
And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. And he will not make it. They stop him short of the first down. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. On 1st and 10, Love gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 13 yards, 1st down, Packers.
1st down, Packers.
On play action, Love to throw. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
To number 29.
A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a 1st down. They'll run here with Dillon. And a second effort gets him in. Touchdown, Packers.
Touchdown.
A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. In the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
And that one could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead.
Makes the score Packers 28, Cardinals 12.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Now it's the backup Rudolph. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Back to the air, Rudolph on 2nd down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly, but look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the gun, it's Carr. Making the catch is Sternberger. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Here's Dillon. Down right around the 25.
Number 28.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Packers on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And that will be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Field goal, a 37-yard attempt.
Hopkins' kick is good. And that will make this now a 19-point advantage. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And the complexion of this one has really changed a fair amount. That last field goal makes it a 3-score game, so they need points in a hurry with time dwindling in the 4th quarter.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
16 yards, a first down. Defensively, you've got the nice lead here in the 4th quarter. You're saying, if they want to get a run of a little over 10 yards, that's okay.
I hear what you're doing there, and I think you're onto something. They've loosened up on defense, so don't get fooled by the nice runs you're getting now. You've got to get bigger plays, possibly think about throwing the football a bit more here.
He was tackled.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Now Rudolph. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go on 4th. Rudolph. That's caught by Keyshawn Johnson. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll begin the drive with a run by Dillon. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
2nd and 7.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Shotgun now for Carr. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
I tell you, you don't have press conferences when you sign guys like this. But he's been a real difference maker so far. That's now 2 interceptions for him in the game. And when you're getting contributions up and down your 53-man roster, you're going to be all right.
He'll get this underneath to Edmonds. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll make it a 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rudolph. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped.
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out, and the Packers are going to win this football game. Dillon now on 1st and 10. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll try and pound it in with Dillon, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Double dog, that's the way. Let's go.
One last throw here for Rudolph. He's going to let it fly. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And he's going to go down as time has now run out on this game. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour.